motion carries unanimously. So the rest of it in the QTI will come to us separately?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Item number 8. Okay, here's the other, well, no, not the other Jeff.
The other brother. Jeff Seward, Office of Financial Planning. Good morning, Commissioners. I wanted to share with you some information relative to our BMX Supercross event that we've been working on for quite some time now, scheduled for September here in Sarasota. We've been working diligently for the last 2 weeks to reach agreement with the International Cycling Union relative to the specific terms of the contract agreement necessary to sanction this event here in Sarasota. And when I say we've been working diligently, it has been an almost daily conversation. Johan Lindstrom, who spoke to you at your last meeting, has been working very diligently to bring us together with UCI. In fact, we were on a conference call at 3 o'clock this morning with the good folks in Switzerland so that we could try to take advantage of the fact that their day starts several hours before ours so that we could bring you a completed contract today. However, we have not been able to reach agreement with the International Cycling Union on issues related to liability, indemnification, and sovereign immunity. They are not accustomed to doing business with folks in the state of Florida, and much of our language, which is obligatory for us, does not seem to be acceptable to them. And so we have done everything in our power. I think Johan has done everything in his power to bring about a contract that would lead to the event. We're still apart on the critical issues, and we believe that to delay the decision or to delay the contract signing any further would not give us sufficient time to properly prepare for and host the event. So what we're recommending to you today is that we take no further action toward the Supercross event for September of this year. We know that this change will be a disappointment to some. However, we've shown the economic benefit of bicycle motocross in Sarasota. We took an Easter Classic event. We had a national event that kind of turned somewhat international on us, and for a modest investment, we saw almost $1 million impact on Sarasota. So we want to continue to work with BMX to do those good things that it can do both for our youth and our families as well as our economy. And so I would urge the board to allow us to continue on a plan that would actually invest in taking our current track and making it meet those standards for higher level BMX. That way we would not have in the future costs associated with the type of setup that we were proposing to do at the fair. We had a lot of costs in this tied up in setting up something that we were going to tear back down, and so my recommendation now would be to let us bring you back a plan that invests carefully in how we would set up the current track for a more diverse range of programs there for BMX. And we have the ability to continue to bring national events here, and we also have the ability to consider Supercross in the future, but we've got to reach some acceptable terms with International Cycling Union on that before we could do that. So we really very much appreciate the work that Rory Martin has done from the Fair Board. Rory has been doing a yeoman's job laying the groundwork for what would have been a very large event at the fairgrounds, and we could not have gotten to this point without Rory. And again, thanks to Johan Lindstrom, the technical coordinator for UCI, who I believe had did everything possible, including the conference call this morning, to make this work. But we want to continue to use BMX to invest in our children, our families, and our economy and the community. It's just we need to take a different approach than where we were going with the Supercross.
Questions? Yeah, Commissioner Robinson.
I just want to say, I know you worked very, very hard on this. I was talking with you throughout a lot of this, and I appreciate the amount of effort and time, and you had a lot of passion in it as well, and I'm sure this is a big disappointment for you. But I think that it's a learning experience for us, and I think it'll push us forward in the future on this. And I just want to thank you for the work you did on it.
I very much appreciate that. It is a learning experience for us dealing with some of the European aspects, because we're going to have to deal with this on rowing and some of the other programs that we have as well, and look for ways that we can bridge the gap between their expectation on contract language and then our obligation to our citizens in our state of Florida. I've been getting calls even this morning from folks trying to, express their concerns about this. But I will not lose my passion for recreation as an economic development tool, and I will not lose any passion for bicycle motocross. It's a very powerful sport for a broad range of individuals in our community.
So, John, your idea for the future is that you'll come back with some program with improvements to the existing BMX site?
Absolutely. We have sufficient land there to reconfigure the site to accommodate that larger launch ramp, which gives us the diversity to do the high-level events like the Olympic training. So as an example, we would still have time, if we begin planning now, bring you back a plan that we could get that ramp set up and still have an opportunity for Olympic training for the 2012 Olympics and still have opportunity for Olympic training for 2016 Olympics as well. And there are a number of people that express an interest, teams both from South and Central America as well as Europe, who've expressed an interest in coming here to train. And so we will continue to work for that. I think that there's a bright future for BMX here. Our effort to land a World Cup event was very ambitious. But we gave it all we had, and we gave it everything we had to make it work.
All right. Well, we'll land another one. Okay.